Ryan Bader versus Lyoto Machida 2. What actually happened? This is the full fight breakdown. The first round, Lyoto Machida looked excellent from range. Ryan Bader couldn't close distance, and I could tell he was a bit fearful of rushing in because he was knocked out by that straight left of Machida many years ago in 2012. The first round, Machida actually lands a devastating head kick that had Bader in a ton of trouble towards the very end of the round, but respect to Bader, he survived. He weathered the storm and was able to last, the bit of time that was left in that round, but he was definitely hurt and wearing that head kick. Lyoto Machida is so precise from kickboxing range. I'm so amazed at Lyoto Machida at 42. Even though he did lose this fight, precise striking. Second round, Machida again, controlling from kickboxing range. Clearly the better kickboxer of the two. From boxing range, though, is where Ryan Bader shined, as I expected him to, but not with his boxing. He really struggled with striking with Machida, was able to land the takedown with about 2-ish minutes left in that second round. Started controlling, and this is where you started to feel the momentum shifting, but the third round really proved it was 1-1 going into the third, and then Ryan Bader again lands the takedown. Machida did look good for moments from the range, but at the end of the day, could not stop the takedown. He started fatiguing. You could see it in his face. He was wearing the shots more. Some ground and pound by Bader. Then the third round ends. It goes into the fourth. I could feel a complete momentum shift, and I knew at that moment Ryan Bader had the fight won. Lands another takedown, gets on top, and controls for most of the round. There were some striking exchanges, but nothing really too crazy. Bader was definitely gaining confidence as the fight went on. Machida was fatiguing. He did show some obvious signs of fatigue, and his face was a little bit beat up with the bloody nose. Round number 5 comes around. Bader unleashes more grappling attack and from the top position does work. Lyoto Machida had nothing left, and it was all Ryan Bader. The takedown started landing, and the wrestling was so efficient and effective. And he got himself a unanimous decision win. Unfortunately, he didn't get the finish. I was hoping he would actually get a finish in this matchup, but did not happen. Machida is very game, and I don't think Bader wanted to risk gassing himself out against a legend like Lyoto, so I have to respect it. Ryan Bader gets the win, moves on to the next round of this Bellator Grand Prix tournament. Who's the opponent that he'll face? Either Corey Anderson or a man whose name I really struggled to pronounce, Dovletdzhan Yagshimuradov. We're just going to call him Dove. He's fighting either Dove or Corey Anderson next. Whoever wins that fight, definitely leaning Corey early on, but we'll do a breakdown for that fight as it gets closer. Tough loss for Machida, but honestly, I'm impressed that he was able to go the 5 rounds, and from kickboxing range, I think he gives a ton of guys in Bellator problems. Who's next for him? I looked at the rankings. I want Melvin Manhoef in him. Let's just do a fun fight. Let's give Lyoto a fun fight. The guy is in his 40s. He's 42, turning 43 soon. I think him and Melvin Manhoef is an excellent matchup and a lot of fun because I don't think Manhoef's retiring at this point, even though he claimed he was gonna. Could also maybe see somehow he finds himself in a Fedor fight at heavyweight. That would be fun. I think from here on out, let's give Machida some fun fights. Not matches against top guys like Bader, Phil Davis, Vadim Nemkov, and other crazy names. Let's give Lyoto Machida the fun fights that he wants. I'm not saying he's not a contender anymore, but he's really not. He just lost to Bader. He's on a 3-fight losing streak now. I think the most sense is to give him fan-friendly fights and fights that can be co-main events on cards that will definitely sell. And I mean, him and Melvin Manhoef is a striking dream fight. I think he sleeps Melvin Manhoef in probably a round and a half. And I think it could be by the head kick. Machida on the feet is amazing. On the ground, his takedown defense is very good. But against savages like Ryan Bader, he's not going to win against the upper echelon of the best light heavyweights in the world, but does have some great durability. Overall, though, very good performance for Ryan Bader and very heartfelt performance for Lyoto. Good striking on the feet in the first round. He looked excellent. He looked like he may win the fight. I was like, wow, Machida actually looks on game and at 42 might beat Ryan Bader again. But no, doesn't happen that way. The wrestling made the difference. Congrats to Ryan Bader. Excellent matches next. No easy fights in the tournament, but I will say I do see Bader advancing to the finals most likely and finding himself in a very scary matchup there against whoever. Because the other side of the bracket has some killers. Vadim Nemkov, Phil Davis. I'm leaning Vadim in that fight. And then Rumble Johnson and Yoel. That's a crazy fight. That other side of the bracket, I feel, is the harder side of the bracket, to be 100% honest. But we'll see what happens. Should be some great fights in this Bellator light heavyweight tournament. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, follow my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and I will see you all in the next video.